episode's out.
Movie.
It's lit. It's the beginning of something really special. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to episode 2 of the No Credentials podcast. I'm here with your host. It's your boy AD.
No, you are the host, bro.
Nah, it's 3 hosts
you
here.
You are the
fellas.
host.
It's
You're
3.
all the hosts. How are you with the host?
I'm along with the other hosts. Go ahead and introduce yourselves, fellas.
I'm here, guys. It's your boy DC.
What up? It's Mike Live, Mike Dallas.
Mike Dallas.
I'm sitting next to D Bills.
Right.
He's shadowing today.
Right, he's doing some
We got
statistics
some
in the corner.
paperwork.
Well, yo, fellas, man. The first episode's out on YouTube. If you haven't checked it out, please go check it out. Subscribe.
Drop a like.
Definitely. Give us,
Subscribe.
drop some comments too. Let
No
us know.
thumbs down, thumbs up.
All thumbs up, please.
Definitely. Let us know what we can do to work on. But, fellas, in 24 hours, the Super Bowl is here. And we got the Cincinnati Bengals going against the LA Rams. I think right now, it's kind of a mixed feelings going on right now. A lot of people are leaning, I feel like personally, what I've seen in the media, they're leaning towards the LA Rams because of all the superstars they got. But also, a lot of people are loving that man, JB, a.k.a. Joe Shiesty.
Joe who?
A.k.a. Joe Burrow.
Who?
Yes.
Joe Shiesty?
Who day?
Who day. Him and
All
Jamar
right.
Chase are wildin'. But, fellas, I'm going to go ahead and go first on this one. Any takes, reactions, we got it for the Super Bowl tomorrow, man. We're going to be watching in my crib tomorrow, too, so.
I'm rolling with the guy, Joe Shmoney.
Woo!
Joe Shiesty. That's my pick, the Bengals. Score, I'm going to go 31-34
It's still good.
by a field goal.
Mm-hmm.
Joe Burrow takes it home. Super Bowl, Jamar Chase. That's my take.
You see, said.
Gonna be a great game, though. Great game. All right, I'm sorry, Odell. Hopefully, next year or future, you get your chance again. I love Odell, and I want him to win the chip so bad in LA. I got nothing against LA, but I'm going with Joe Burrow, man, in the bank.
Mike shaking his head over
I'm
here.
gonna let's give a shout out to LSU
Okay.
for giving us Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase and Odell.
Yep.
This is gonna be a blowout.
It's
I
going
don't
to be a
know
blowout.
Go ahead.
if Cincinnati's offensive line is magically improved throughout the playoff run. I know you and I, all 3 of us, saw that Tennessee game where Joe Burrow it looked like he was dodging paintball. Like, dude got sacked 9 times. Aaron Donald's going to have a field day against his offensive line. 41-24. Stafford, 3 touchdowns. Big game for Cooper Kupp. And the NFL completes its conspiracy of back-to-back years where teams host the Super Bowl and win in their home stadium.
man.
Tampa Bay did it last year, and LA's going to do it
Now,
again.
hey, we talking conspiracy, right? What I peeped was, we all know the Simpsons,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Simpsons predicted.
that the Bengals gonna wash up LA.
That's what they had.
I don't want to get political, too. They also said this guy's going to be president. What happened? He was president.
Yeah.
So,
Listen,
the
So,
Simpsons got a time machine. That's what I'm going to
I'm
say.
rooting for the Simpsons. I'm behind the Simpsons, and I'm picking the Bengals.
41-24, LA.
41-24.
Serenade. You
Mike.
gonna see Odell is gonna be on the podium with the champagne. Drake gonna perform. It's gonna be a movie. Y'all really think the NFL is gonna allow a team from Cincinnati? No, not gonna
Listen,
happen.
they got to do it.
Roger
Okay.
Goodell, you gonna see the pan. 41-24. I got LA, man.
Y'all know what I'm feeling, man, right now? I don't know. I think, did we watch this in your crib? It was this team from New York. It was a blue team. The New York Giants, right? They had this quarterback called Eli Manning. And they were going against this juggernaut, this 18-0 team from the
I
North.
remember that.
New England. They had all these superstars. The quarterback, the wide receiver, the defense, Just like the similarities that we're having now, with LA. They have all these superstars, the quarterback, the defense. And they're going against a team that we think, what the hell are they doing here? So, I pondered on it yesterday. And this is giving me the same feeling of what happened with Eli Manning against the New England Patriots.
Really?
Yes, I get that feeling. I'm getting that little feeling a little bit. I'm smelling it a little bit. So, we getting all hype. We thinking they're going to kill this man. And I feel like, sometimes different guys, they lock it in the playoffs. As much as we crushed Eli during the regular season,
Playoffs and the Super Bowl.
playoff Eli, I'm like,
It's
we gotta
different.
get out the way.
It's different energy. Now, let me finish.
Patriots went 18-0. Everybody had, I'm sure they were locks. they were locks to win the Super Bowl, and then a lot of people went broke. So I just think what I learned from football is the only sport to me that you can't guarantee anything. I feel like you just really cannot say this is guaranteed gonna happen.
For sure.
Everybody feels like there's gonna be a blowout. I think if this game comes down to it, and it comes down to a field goal, I'm trusting the Bengals.
McPherson,
I'm
right?
trusting McPherson.
McPherson
to the T.
He's gave you 3 straight games. If you leave it up to him, I'm walking out of it. Even though I don't know if y'all peep in the regular season, he missed the game winner last time.
Mm-hmm.
But he's a rookie. He can do that. But I'm going with my gut. I have a feeling. I got that same feeling I had with the Giants. I'm going with Joe Shiesty.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like they're gonna keep it close. I feel like, of course, they're gonna devise a game plan to try to limit Aaron Donald. Try to limit Miller. Try to just limit those guys from getting to him. And I mean, you guys, we've seen it. The man got sacked 9 times, and somehow, some way, he's still here.
You know what the game plan is going to be? Quick passes.
Right.
Get Joe Burrow, and
Get the
Joe
ball
Burrow
out of his hand.
He's with that.
Right.
That's what he does. Quick passes to the outside, eliminate that pass rush,
Mm-hmm.
make them on their heels, put them on their heels. What I was going to say was takeaways. If Joe Burrow is protected, it's going to be a long day for them Rams. That O-line show up. Yes, they got a track record of not blocking and not protecting them, but hey, it's the Super Bowl. It's only one game. It matters. One game. If you can hold Donald and...
There's only 4 players,
Mm-hmm.
99 overall. 2 of them are on the defensive side of the ball for LA Rams.
Okay.
So
Listen.
I feel y'all. I do. But, bro, proof is in the pudding. I'm looking at this body of work. They take out San Francisco.
Mm-hmm.
You know, everyone says San Fran was going to beat them.
They
lost
took-
them twice in the
They
regular
took down
season.
Kansas City. Your guys.
Yeah, but that's never been a defensive staple. Okay, that's not. The
But
Bills almost did it last
on
week.
the flip side, though, on the flip side.
Just look at the body of work,
On
bro.
the flip side, look at the defensive end for Cincinnati
But bro,
and the offensive end for LA compared to Kansas City.
And I said this last week, and I'll say this again, right? Joe Burrow's in his 2nd year.
Mm-hmm.
Kyler Murray's in his 3rd year. He had an incredible year.
Mm-hmm.
The Rams completely shut that down.
Yes.
Like, the game was over within the first 8 minutes.
But in that defense, though, to go back for Kyler Murray, he didn't play his real game, in my opinion. His
Because
game,
the defense threw him off. That's what I'm
it
saying.
wasn't even
They
defense.
gotta-
He didn't run at all, bro. If you look at his record, when he runs more than 5 times a game, bro, he's
Because the
successful.
Rams have ball hogs.
Nah, man. I'm talking about him running.
Like, personally.
Him running, like the quarterback running with the ball. So that changes the whole thing. I know Joe is not Kyler Murray
No,
when it comes to
he's
the
not.
legs. But I
He's
think with
not.
the brains wise, like Daniel said, he's going to get the ball out quick. And then we're not talking about him that much. But I think I can say, I think Joe Mixon is better right now than Cam Akers. And if that running game could show up.
Joe Mixon is solid. I would say Mixon would have a good game. But
Yeah.
really though, bro, when
Bro, the
it comes down
blueprint-
to it,
I think the blueprint is out. If the 49ers showed, if you can run the ball effectively against them, you're going to give them trouble. So I think if the Bengals focus on running that ball and, maybe hit them with a couple play actions here and there,
Listen,
they're going to get
I
it.
don't know. I just
Yeah.
think Stafford is on a tour, bro. He sent Brady home.
hold on.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
He's about to send Joe Burrow home.
He said Mahomes. So,
Yeah, exactly. Who's more prone to throw an
Tennessee
interception,
said
or
Mahomes,
who's more prone to turn the ball over? And I'm getting at the Stafford more over than Burrow.
I would say that this is probably the toughest defense that Joe Burrow's had to face all year. He's in the AFC.
Mhm.
We talk about it all the time. The NFC has the real brute, you know what I'm saying? Defenses. The AFC, Kansas City is not a top tier defense.
Yeah, they throwing the-
Buffalo's not a top tier
they
defense,
throwing the
bro.
ball.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Buffalo is
NFC?
I would say.
this reminds me of a team that's from like the Big 12 or Big 10
Mhm.
facing against a team from the SEC.
See, I hear
LA Rams are an SEC team.
See,
They got the big boys. They got the money. They got Jalen Ramsey. They got the dogs.
All right, don't get.
But I feel like right now the Bengals got lightning in a bottle though. Right now, that's hard to stop.
Yes. Yeah.
That when Joe Burrow came out that run, I don't know if y'all was watching that Kansas City game
Yes.
when he almost got. You
Yes.
thought he was sacked against
Yes.
Chris Jones,
Yes.
and then somewhere he escaped
Aaron Donald
via.
is not missing
Yes.
that tackle, bro.
We do not know that. A lot of things happened. We thought Eli, when the Patriots had him, I thought he was done up. I thought it was over for him.
Got up out of there.
Somehow, some way, he wiggled out of there, and now probably one of the greatest catches in Super Bowl history, the helmet catch, was created, bro.
Big facts. But bro, I'm telling you, Mike.
Saying
Tell
the
your
Titans
fans,
and
you better-
Chiefs. Titans and Chiefs compared to 49ers and the Cardinals, bro.
I hear you on that.
Come on, bro.
I hear
Just
you.
look at the body of work.
Which
If
one's
you
a tough, which one's a tougher road for you? What do you think?
The 49ers and the Cardinals, bro. The Titans aren't a playoff team.
They own the Cardinals, first of all. They own them.
Tannehill threw 3 picks.
I mean, that's not his fault. He don't play. We also not even credit to Cincy's defense. We're not giving it
It's
no credit.
Tannehill.
I am crediting
Yeah,
them.
we're not
Kansas
giving them.
City. Kansas
They
City.
shut down Mahomes in the second half and came back and won.
No,
Thank you.
Mahomes.
And caused
Mahomes shut himself down? No, they
Yes.
shut him down,
No,
bro.
he did.
Nah, they shut him
Why
down.
was he running backwards?
Because
That's what
they
he
were
does.
covering. His plan is to
They-
get the ball to
I told you,
Tariq Hill
and
and
to-
Kelsey.
They should have gave the ball to Edwards Hilaire. He should have did the Ahmad Bradshaw and did the little
Fall
shit
into
it
the
on
end
y'all
zone.
niggas. You know what I'm
But
saying?
he didn't
Why
wanna-
didn't you just do
He
that?
didn't want to fall into the end zone.
Nah,
But
bro.
that defense has been playing well. I think it's gonna be a great game tomorrow. We're gonna be watching live, so it's gonna be fun.
NFC is tough, bro. I'm trying to tell you.
Yeah.
NFC is built.
I would say the AFC is built for more defense and getting to the quarterback. You know, that's their bread and butter. And the AFC is more we throwing that ball.
Yeah, I'm
You
not
know, getting
discrediting
there.
the Bengals at all, bro. But it's just for me, like I'm looking at body of work and what have you done for me lately.
Mm.
And the Rams have been the best team, bro. They sent back the defending champion.
I hear you on that, but this
You
is
know what
also
I
their first time there, except for Aaron Donald and Jalen Ramsey. This is
Bro,
their
you
first
talk about
time.
lightning in a bottle, bro. You have Matthew Stafford.
His first time there.
I take.
Him and Joe Burrow got the same amount of wins in the playoffs.
I'll take Burrow over Stafford.
I'm not sold on it. I
We'll
am not
see.
sold on
Who's
it.
gonna throw the first
Nah,
pick?
I'm not
I
sold.
got-
Put my money on Stafford.
24-27.
24-27, bro. It's gonna be a blowout, bro.
You think so?
Oh, bro.
You think we're just gonna be chilling?
I'm trying to say
I can't
experience
wait until we run
in
this
these
back.
kind of games.
Who has the experience?
Not Joe Burrow.
Not Matthew Stafford.
Stafford has been in the league for over 10
I
years.
cannot
bro.
wait.
haven't sniffed the playoffs.
Can't wait till we run
Yeah,
this
the
back.
thing is, bro, for 10 years, he's been
Uh-huh.
on the
It's
worst
recorded.
teams,
It's
bro. He's been
recorded.
on one of the worst teams
I can't
Yes.
forever.
But
Now he
it's-
has a chance at Super
We'll
Bowl.
run this back. I already heard the recording about him talking about Kansas City. So
Yes.
I'm waiting.
You already
I'm
you
just
think
waiting.
that's gonna
I'm waiting.
Yes, bro. Yes.
the Titans?
Yes.
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 The
Don't discredit-
Titans
don't
is a
discredit
good
them.
win.
They own Rams own the
Bro.
Cardinals. They own the
Keep it a
Cardinals.
buck. Do you think the Bengals could beat the 49ers?
The
Hell,
Bengals beat the 49ers? Yes.
No.
Yeah.
hell no.
Yes.
Bro, Debo will go crazy, bro.
We'll see. Like I said, that defense is playing.
compared to every other team they play. Think about matchups. I feel like they could match up with them.
And possibly, if the 49ers are one quarterback away from y'all not being in this situation. If Jimmy
That's what I'm
G.
saying. If it was San Fran Cincinnati, I'll put my money on San Fran.
Okay, I don't blame you on that one either, but it'll still be the same way. I
It's
just
the
think.
better of teams, bro. I'm trying to say the AFC, bro.
So
it's-
matchups.
It's cool.
Huh?
Matchup.
Matchup.
It's
So,
nice.
we got Jalen Ramsey versus Jamar Chase.
Don't sit in that zone, bro.
Plant
gonna-
that, you
Sit,
gonna
go
plant
ahead
that.
and
We're
sit in
gonna-
that zone.
we're gonna
Burrow's gonna
see.
eat you up.
We're gonna see.
Listen, are you gonna
Burrow's
double-
eating up
how,
that zone.
How often are you gonna double Aaron Donald?
I'm doubling no game.
Listen, we getting that
So you're
ball
gonna
out
let
quick.
Von Miller just?
We getting that ball out quickly.
Remember I told you about the room service? How they just open up the thing?
We getting that ball out quickly.
Yeah, but it's gonna be quick pass, bro. It's not. It's 3 steps. Get the ball
He's
out.
quick pass.
Jamar
I
Chase
really
all
want.
day.
I know. Aaron Donald is one of the
I
best
don't
defensive
know if
players in
y'all
the
were
league.
watching the Tennessee Titans game, bro.
They were walking straight through.
Like it was like a freaking, you know, when you swipe on the train, doo doo.
Nah,
This
it wasn't even
fuck,
that.
a turnstile.
It was a revolving door.
Turnstile, bro.
Drop through.
And you got Aaron Donald on the other end of that, and y'all are confident and just shiesty.
I think it's gonna be a close game. You saying a blowout?
It's going to be a blowout, bro.
They're gonna chip him with the running back, chip him with the
Bro.
tight end.
Y'all are telling me miracle stuff. Like y'all, everything has to go right for the Bengals.
So
to
I have a
win. You
question.
realize that.
I've
Nothing
seen
hap-
I've seen a couple miracles happen.
All right, let's go past the front four.
Mhm.
Right? You talking about your man Ramsey, right? Covering Jamar Chase. Who's covering what's his face?
They're gonna have to Higgins, T. Higgins,
Higgins and his
Tyler Boyd in the slot.
Mhm.
What are you doing in that?
Who's covering them? Because they
We're not giving them enough credit.
They
They
can get
proven
53 yards. I don't care about them.
they've proven.
They're proven, but Jamar Chase, when he breaks a tackle, he's going to the house. If Tyler Boyd breaks a tackle, he's getting tackled.
First down. He's getting
That's
first
fine.
down.
But I'll take that.
Get your 53 yards, bro. Kick
I'll
your
take
field
that.
goal.
We gon' we'll take that.
If you eliminate the deep ball threat, okay, that's Joe Burrow. He has the arm. He's not gonna want to sit there all
We,
day,
I'll take
bro.
we're also
I'll
not
play
talking about
defense all day.
we're not talking about the Drake curse either. He just put
Bro, Drake curse aside, bro.
nah. He just put a mill. He just put a mill on the Rams,
Bro,
bro.
it don't matter,
Okay.
bro. I don't think y'all.
that mill going down the drain. That was
Oh,
out.
down.
Okay.
What is?
He put a mill on one.
I'm
of the
disappointed
Rams.
in you.
Tyreek Hill.
I'm disappointed in you.
Tyreek Hill.
I'm
Who else?
Odell
Who else is
Beckham
missing?
Jr.
Yes.
is playing in the
Yes.
Super Bowl tomorrow
Yes. With the
with Matthew Stafford, who
So I'm
has a
trying to think.
cannon of an arm. Bro, this is a flawless playoff.
Who do you
run,
think? Who do you think is a more dangerous offense? The Kansas City Chiefs or the Rams?
The Rams.
You think they're a better offense than the Kansas
Bro,
City Chiefs?
Kansas City had their dry spells this year, bro.
I'm
They
just
got
saying,
figured out.
who do you think is a better offense? The Kansas
Yeah.
City or
The
LA?
Rams, they are a juggernaut. Bro.
Okay.
You have Higbee, you have Odell, you have Cooper Kupp. The nigga had the
Oh,
best
listen.
statistical
Do you-
season. Y'all telling me about Jamar Chase and T. Higgins when Cooper Kupp is on the other
Other
side?
side, absolutely.
Who's going to be guarding that? Eli Apple?
No, they're gonna definitely bracket him. He's gonna
Yeah.
get bracketed.
So
That's a fact.
you bracket that.
Mm-hmm.
Odell is going to look like Odell.
We'll take that.
We'll hold
You
it.
will live with Odell getting 100
We
plus
live
yards.
with who
We'll
last
hope.
week going against Kansas City.
Listen,
Everybody had Kansas City beating them. What happened?
all I'm gonna say is,
I
bro,
was
good
watching
luck,
the
good
game.
luck, Bengals.
What happened?
Good luck.
What happened when Mahomes threw double coverage to Tyreek Hill into all day? I expect
Tariq.
for Stafford
And
tomorrow.
Stafford, what did he do against the 49ers in the first play?
Brandon
On
Bobs. Yes.
at the red
watched
zone, he do a
Bro,
double team Cooper Cup.
y'all are
He do a right
telling
to
me
him
all
and
of
a
this
pick.
stuff?
Mm-hmm.
The Bengals were down 21-3 in the Chiefs in the first quarter.
And guess who
bro.
came back?
Came
and won?
back. They made adjustments and came back. That's what happens. A part of the game, bro.
Right.
That's what happens. A part of the game. You got to make adjustments. So
So you down 21-3 and Aaron Donald's running at you 90 miles per
I'll
hour.
take
They ain't no adjusting to that.
yes, it is.
I'm letting you know that. There is no
Yes,
adjusting
there
to
is.
that.
They're adjusting to that.
Please tell me who you saw the bank. I mean,
I know
the
you're
Chiefs'
saying-
best pass rusher missed a sack twice. Do you think Aaron Donald is going to let Joe Burrow out of?
Listen,
Bro, I see
Aaron
miracles
Donald
happening,
got
bro.
99 overall, but he can miss a tackle,
He
man.
can miss a tackle, bro. It happens, bro.
He can miss a tackle. He is
I
human.
support
41-21,
y'all know I
right?
He
support-
is a human.
41-24, bro. Joe Burrow multiple picks. He gonna try to force it. Bro. When it comes down to shit, bro, I'm trying to tell y'all, it's the experience is the best teacher. I'm happy that they're here. They will be here for another.
The
5,
only
6
experience is
years.
Aaron Donald. He's the
Bro,
only.
y'all
No, you
not,
cannot
bro.
say Stafford, bro. Because he
Man
hasn't.
has played.
Joe has been in bigger games than
Bro,
Stafford has ever
when
been.
Joe was playing Pee Wee football, he was
Mhm.
connecting with Calvin Johnson, bro. You know how many different games and scenarios he's been in? He's built for this moment.
Are you saying that, but you haven't seen it until now, until he's surrounded by all these superstars.
Yes.
He has to be surrounded by superstars to get there. Joe Burrow was surrounded in Cincinnati. Like,
AFC riddled injuries.
Oh.
What can I say? If Lamar Jackson is healthy, is he even here?
oh
Let's
yeah,
keep it a,
yeah,
No.
Hey,
yeah.
No way.
Let's stay reality.
No way.
now.
Yeah.
Let's stay,
No
let's
way.
stay-
Yeah, they
No
are.
way.
Nah, the Ravens were not making it this year, bro.
Okay.
So I don't want to do that hypothetical, but I feel
That
like
whole team was banged up, bro.
Joe has showed you I can be sacked next time. My team is underdog.
The
We're
dude
still gonna
beat the
prevail.
Titans and the Chiefs. Y'all
Those are good caliber teams.
We had to do
Good
it.
caliber.
Everybody
teams.
has-
Caliber teams.
everybody
Yes, bro,
had-
come on.
Bro, if they would have beat
Including
one,
including yourself.
Keep it a stack. Keep it a stack.
Okay.
If
You
they
were just
would've- if
rooting
they
for
would've-
Kansas City. Come on,
Because
stop
they were the
playing.
best team.
They lost.
Yeah, that was luck. You know that was. Come on, man.
No, bro.
It should be Pat Mahomes right now, but
Yo,
that's
Oh
fine. That's
my
fine.
God.
I've seen that
It's luck that he threw 2 picks in the second
I've
half.
seen them do it before.
And that's exactly what Stafford going to do
This
tomorrow.
parade is gonna
2
end
picks.
ugly.
Okay.
It's gonna hurt. I know it is.
You know what's the beauty about this? We're recording this.
Yes, I
Listen,
love it.
So
I will put this on the recording right now.
You are.
Y'all over here
You
telling me
are.
y'all content with Odell having a game of his life in the Super Bowl?
I don't think I think this is gonna be ugly. Like I don't think everybody thinks it's gonna be.
41-20.
I don't think it's gonna be a blowout, bro. It's gonna be
We
ugly.
gonna see.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
Rams gonna jump out to a big lead. Joe Burrow's gonna be like, yeah, I've been down before. Bro, you've not been down before when Jalen Ramsey is the top corner and Aaron Donald was coming at your face,
Bro,
bro.
you shit in that zone, we eating that up, man.
Nah, bro. He's gonna throw multiple picks. It's gonna be a meltdown. And then we're gonna ease back the Joe Montana
I
comparison.
just really feel like you're just talking about the Reds right now.
Yeah,
Bro, I just
that's it.
like
gonna
y'all,
be a meltdown.
bro. The thing that's crazy to me, and y'all watch football, y'all acting like they beat these teams by a lot of points, bro. They won on field goals
So that's what we tell
That's
you.
what we talking
That's
about.
what we tell you. If it comes down to a close game,
with the Titans.
if it comes out with a close game,
You have to win on a last second field goal against the Titans.
if
At
it
the
comes
end of
down
the
to
day-
a close
At the
game,
end
A
of the
last
day,
second
what?
field goal against the Titans.
At the end of the day,
Dylan,
at the end of the day, what's this? I'm
No,
doing Super Bowl.
You know
when he's not
you know-
mentioning, when he's not mentioning it, they were the
McPherson.
number 1 seed. Mention that one, number 1.
Screw all that.
The
Remember
defense.
when-
Now we got to screw. Now we got to screw everything.
Remember when he was
up.
playing in 161, he was like, yo, bro, let me be quarterback. And you drop back and you threw a pick. The Titans quarterback did that 3 times.
That's gonna be
the
Stafford.
Bengals. No, it is not.
defense-
Tannehill's a bum.
The defense did what they
What
had
are
to
you
do.
talking about?
The defense did what they had
The
to do.
defense
bro.
did nothing. They
They
were
did.
giving gifts.
No, they did what they had to do.
Bro.
They were in the right position. I think this
Do
is.
y'all realize the Rams made Tom Brady retire? I don't think y'all niggas realize that.
He's old. You gotta get him out of here anyway.
Now he gotta get up out of here.
He's supposed to
Now
get him
Tom
out of
Brady gotta
here.
Get up out of here.
Come on now.
Bro, did you see his regular season numbers?
We
he had
did.
the best statistics.
Offensive,
this season.
yeah.
And who packed that up?
It's Tom
At
Brady.
the same
though.
time, y'all wouldn't be here. Tom Brady came back. Y'all would not be here if Cooper Kupp never made those 2 good plays right there. 2
Is
plays.
Cooper Kupp playing tomorrow?
Yes,
Oh, okay.
and
I was
they
about to say,
they're
you know what
both
I'm saying?
they're
Cooper Kupp
both
playing.
they're both healthy. They're both healthy.
I'm disappointed in y'all too.
Nah, I'm disappointed in you
I'm
because
disappointed in these guys.
the great play
That's
is
supposed to be
yes.
football specialists.
Aaron Donald and Jalen Ramsey, we talking about those great defensive players, right? We're going to see in the
No.
fourth quarter what happens because I think it's always going to come down to the scheme from the coaches and the game plan.
Of course.
Like I think for the first 3 quarters, we're gonna that whose game plan is really like actually working effectively.
Cincinnati is all love.
Mm-hmm.
41-20.
Okay. Listen, they gonna be looking for your head soon.
Where,
They
bro?
gonna be looking.
Mattress Mac, dumbass.
He
$5
puts-
million on the Bengals. You better ship me some.
I'm not gonna lie though,
mattresses,
his bets haven't been hitting this year, so I don't know.
No, bro.
He's been off this whole
All
year,
I'm
so I really
saying,
don't
bro,
know.
when Odell got that green in front of him and he running it in, I'm gonna be looking right at y'all niggas eating them wings.
That's fine.
Told y'all.
I'll take that.
Told
That's fine.
y'all.
That's expected.
Told
You
y'all.
can have 100, but that only at the end of the day is what
Like I
that
said.
scoreboard says.
Odell not playing defense, right?
Exactly.
Tyler Boyd and T. Higgins.
I'll
They-
take that.
They're pretty good.
They proven.
They're pretty good.
They're a good second
Pretty
and
good.
third option.
Odell isn't pretty good. He's elite.
Yeah, he is. He right. But like I said, scheme, playing team
Tyler
defense,
Higbee,
shut that
elite.
down. That's
Sony
fine.
Michelle, Cam Akers. Good
Okay,
runners.
that's
Good
all right.
runners.
Joe Mixon.
Better than them.
Yes,
Better than them.
definitely better than
Better
that.
than
Cam
them.
all right.
Akers. all
And don't
good.
forget P. Ryan. Don't forget about him either.
P. Ron.
He
he's
took
a
it to the
journeyman.
house. He's a journeyman now.
Journeyman.
Bro,
Oh.
great. This is gonna be a
Even
great
Van
game.
even Van Jefferson might score, bro. It might be lit.
He's the defensive coach. Now he's being an a-hole.
Van
Alright.
Jefferson, Van Jefferson.
So this is the last game of NFL tomorrow. Can't wait for it. I think it's gonna be a nice one. It's the big city versus small town in LA. I think your theory is gonna get debunked for your conspiracies. Because do we even know? Do we even know what's the next year's Super Bowl gonna be at? Do we know? Probably some crappy
I don't
shit.
know.
Anyway, but
I don't recall.
All I'm saying is my boy McVay about to get that ring.
We're gonna see, man, on the
He
third
finally beat Shanahan. You know what I'm saying? Finally got past the Shanahan. Shanahan, the best coach in the
he
NFC.
just
bro.
passed. He just survived Tom Brady. He just survived Shanahan. It's hard to survive out here. I mean, both teams have survived. I'm gonna say that. I'm gonna be objective.
Yes.
Yeah, of course.
Both teams
But what
survived.
you just
I
said
agree.
to me,
That's the
bro,
whole point. Now,
Okay, you, Shanahan, you know those names in comparison to Vrabel and Tannehill,
Andy Reid.
Andy Reid.
come on.
I
Now.
was an Eagles fan. I know Andy Reid
Hey,
can't coach.
Put some
Wow.
respect on Andy Reid.
Wow.
Respect on what?
Wow. One of the he's
Respect on what?
He's an architect of one of the best offenses,
Stop
and now he's talking about he
playing.
can't coach.
Respect on
Are
what?
you crazy, bro? Yo, listen.
Respect on what?
No.
We're gonna see next week's episode.
Tannehill.
Respect Andy Reid,
Ugh.
man.
The worst quarterback of the. Oh my God, bro.
Of the AFC?
And the best.
Yes!
And the best
Joe
quarterback.
Burrow.
And Mahomes.
Oh, Tannehill.
Best quarterback.
Oh, we're not worried
Mahomes.
about Tannehill. He's home. He's gonna be watching the game with us. Don't worry.
Mahomes,
We're
it's
not-
all good, bro.
You
I
tell
know
me,
next
bro.
year you got it in the
I
bag.
could have sworn you took Mahomes over Stafford, right? Didn't you?
Mahomes is better than Stafford.
Oh, where's Mahomes at? Doing commercials. He's home watching the Super
He's gonna
Bowl
watch the Super Bowl.
with his people.
All I'm gonna say is, Joe Burrow, you better go back and get that comeback player of the award because you ain't getting no award tomorrow.
Okay.
He's stupid. Why would he leave that on the table? You ain't getting the Super
He
Bowl.
got bigger fish to
Bro,
fry. That's what it
Odell is going to have that Super Bowl.
is. No.
And 24th, when I pull up and be like, Odell, I believe in you. Listen to this tape. These two guys right
I
here.
believe in him too. I just feel like Cincinnati's going to win by a field goal.
They got lightning in the bottle, bro.
That's it.
Lightning in
You
the
know
bottle.
who Odell is.
That's it.
Listen, the
It's not gonna be a
Drake,
blowout.
the Drake curse is still around.
Tyler Boyd.
The Drake curse is still
T.
around.
Higgins.
I'll take that.
Definitely.
Great number twos and threes.
Joe Mixon.
We're gonna see who's right in the next 24 hours, fellas. We're gonna be
It's
sitting in the
gonna
same room
finalized.
watching this. This is gonna be
Yeah,
jokes.
We're
We're gonna be watching
I
the
respect
same.
y'all opinions. You know
We're gonna be
what I'm
watching the same game tomorrow. It's gonna be jokes
saying?
because somebody's gonna be heartbroken. That's what I'm gonna say. Somebody's gonna be watching somebody.
Somebody gonna be rubbing their head like,
Yes,
oh,
you know,
man.
they're gonna be rolling up the blunt extra big. You know, maybe throw some extra stuff in there. You know, when the time comes. But we're gonna see.
We're gonna see it.
Definitely, man.
Halftime. We smoking on that Bengals pack.
I think we should.
Y'all gonna be regretting.
We gotta get the crystal ball and check on Tom Sadranis. Check his pick tomorrow. 'Cause usually he's dangerous. He's usually right.
Facts.
But
Big facts.
last game of football. It's gonna be sad once it's over because now we gotta wait all the way to the fall. But
We still got basketball.
yes, there's a lot going on. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know if you knew about the trade deadline in the NBA that passed by on the 10th, but a couple trades happened, and of course the blockbuster happened an hour before the deadline closed.
Yeah, let's talk about it.
If you don't know, the Brooklyn Nets made a trade with the Philadelphia 76ers. James Disgruntled Harden for Ben MIA Simmons. The Nets in this trade, I think the Nets got Ben Simmons, Seth Curry, and Andre Drummond. And I think a couple picks. While the Nets just got James Harden straight up. Fellas.
Sixers got James Harden. Okay.
Fellas. Which I takes on this? I know. Pace yourself. I'm gonna let these. We gonna go before you, Mike, because
Oh, no, we have to pause it.
you gonna have to light this place up in a second. But DC, man, I'm gonna let you spearhead this one first, bro. Who won this trade, man?
Who I think won this trade?
You think won this trade?
Honestly, I'm gonna go with Brooklyn. Brooklyn got a couple more pieces, got a couple more wing players than Seth. A little bit more, I guess, bigger with Andre Drummond. I mean, he's gonna play his part.
Yep.
We got to see what Ben Simmons is gonna look like. He don't have to do much because you have still Kyrie and KD, who are just two of the top players pretty much in the NBA. We all know this.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a matter of how Steve Nash is gonna plug in Ben Simmons into the rotation. All we need is to see him, I don't know, back in shape, right? He didn't play all year.
He didn't play all year. He's gonna play half the season.
Yeah, just kind of be like I want to see him come out like strong, honestly, for Ben Simmons. Like, all right, you got a new fresh start. You're on the Nets. All right, fresh new teammates. Like, all right, now the drama's behind you. Let's play basketball. That's what I'm looking for out of Ben Simmons. I want to see you pull up some shots. I'm hoping that you come back and start shooting. I do, but I know I'm gonna get out of you defense. Hopefully, some more hustle and playmaking. All right, you got a bunch of wing players around you. All you got to do is drive, kick out. That's it, simple basketball. On the flip side, 76ers, I'm disappointed in James Harden. He left a great situation, even though, yes, granted, COVID with Kyrie and KD's hurt. But you were the main attraction in Houston, right? You were the man. You the one who was the first option. Now, Brooklyn was asking that of you because of the circumstances, and you failed to show up. So my thing is, Harden, what you gonna do now in Philly with Embiid? I'm finding that interesting.
I want to see what happens, and once that turns on, they play together. I mean, he's still kind of hurt. It's a couple games before the All-Star break, so I don't know if he's gonna play before the All-Star break.
Mm-hmm.
But to touch on the topic, I agree with you with the Nets one.
Okay.
Reason being, they solidified their needs. Plus, I would have done Joe Harris sent him to Philly, but that's not here or there.
Joe Harris?
They still got Joe Harris.
Oh Lord.
But
Yeah.
you needed a big man, like an actual
Thanks.
physical big man, a nice size. You got that with Andre Drummond.
Mm-hmm.
You got another shooter to space the floor.
Who's backing up? Well, who's starting right now? Center.
It's Claxton.
Claxton and
Yeah.
then Drummond's backing
Yeah.
him up. Okay.
No, I think Drummond. I would start Drummond and have Claxton come off the bench.
Okay.
It's more physical. So you got Drummond. You got your real center now. So now KD doesn't have to play that double role of
Right.
rebounding and blocking shots. So you have that guy that's gonna rebound. He was averaging 9 off the bench, 9 rebounds.
Okay.
So you solidify that off the bench. You get your defensive stopper now. So now potentially if Kyrie comes back and KD comes back and they're healthy, they don't have to guard the best player or have to help defense. Now you got a guy that's you can put on in the playoffs possibly.
Mm-hmm.
Ben Simmons, take that guy out of the game. You see what he did against. Even though they lost, you see what he did against Trae Young. He gave Trae Young some fits, and he is a perennial defensive player.
Yeah. I feel like you take like 1 or 2 games out of that mismatch.
I don't want to talk, two ways out of my mouth, but to go from New York to Philly, I think the media is both great. I think the media is more worse in New York, but well, hopefully, we got him for a couple of years. Ben Simmons is going to be locked in for 4 years. He also locked in KD, who's going to be locked in for another 4 years as well, because he, took his extension.
And what about Kyrie?
And he's still up in the air, but I think now that you have people that want to be here, he might change his mind, because I think he prefers to be in Brooklyn and with the Nets.
Yeah.
So granted, I think in the long term, the Nets are good, because now you have Ben Simmons. You have at least Ben Simmons and KD for the next 4 to 3 years.
Okay.
Barring no injury happens. You got that.
I like that perspective.
Yeah, you got them healthy and straight. With Philly, like you just said, like you touched on, he was in Houston. James Harden was in Houston. Houston got him Dwight Howard, Chris Paul, Russell Westbrook. And after that didn't work out. Unfortunately, they didn't get the goal of winning the championship. He went to Brooklyn. I understand the injuries happen, but like you just said, I agree 100% that he's always been a guy that in Houston can carry a team no matter what they're going through.
You became that guy.
Yeah, you were that guy. So what's wrong with that now? And all you have to do is really wait. Potentially, I understand the riff. You want Kyrie to play, you want to sacrifice. I get that. But I mean, you've done it before, so it's nothing new. And then eventually, KD's going to come back, so half that burden will really be on you.
Right.
But I think trading him definitely solved a lot of issues Brooklyn had already. I feel like they needed a big man. They needed a little more shooting. They needed guys that
needed more defense.
And they got all three of that with Seth Curry, Ben Simmons, and Andre Drummond.
Yes.
And like I said, you got them for multiple years now too. So, I mean, we have to see. I think Curry should take some time. So as much
I agree.
We think James Harden and Embiid going to blow up. We have to see how they play together.
Right.
Because that ball, I think, majority of the time is going to be in Embiid's hand.
Right.
So we're going to see how
that's going to be interesting.
Yes, we're going to see how Doc Rivers can formulate something where, there's a pick and roll between Joel Embiid and James Harden. But at the same time, Tobias Harris, Korkmaz, and those other guys haven't played with James Harden. So it's going to be an adjustment. So now you got to use this second half of the season to potentially, find your niche together. Or how can we be effective in the playoffs?
I mean, I like it. You're just thinking about just pick and roll for James Harden. Like, that's his game.
That's his game.
And all day with Embiid, man, I would love that. It's just a matter of now, like you said, chemistry. How can we divvy up who's dominating the ball each possession? All right, wing players, Tobias Harris, can he knock down those shots? Who else is still got Danny Green?
You still got Danny Green. I think he's been a little bit hurt, but
who else do they have? They still have
Korkmaz. They got Korkmaz. They got a couple pieces on the Phillies roster. I think they still got Thibault. If I was Brooklyn, I would try to get him too, but they still got Thibault. He's a good, defensive guy. So James Harden doesn't have to guard the toughest, ball handler,
right?
Which he isn't. I just got an alert 17 minutes ago. James Harden just landed in Philly. I would have thought he drove there, but
So now I want to point out, like, now we can look at what may happen. We can see frustration brewing in Philly where James Harden is being too much of a ball dominant player, and Embiid, Embiid is very vocal.
Right.
He could come out and say, "Hey, I feel like I'm not touching the ball enough," because we know how Embiid is, and he's a phenomenal center.
I think they'll sacrifice this year because they're both in win now mode. I think James Harden wants to win now. Personally, my take is that he had a little spat a couple years ago with Giannis. Giannis won his chip.
Bro, but win now? Look at who they going against. So you just said Giannis. You got Milwaukee. You still got the Suns. You still got Golden State. You still have Brooklyn.
Bro, I would say the East. Because with Miami, Chicago.
Oh my God. So laundry list.
I'm not gonna sleep on. Don't sleep on Cleveland. Like that front court is a lot. Even though they're young, it's a lot.
Cleveland matches up with Philly. That's gonna be tough.
They throwing bodies at Embiid, and then they have Oroku, and they got Claris LeVert. You got Rondo. You got Garland. Like they got.
That's a tough.
Osman. You got bodies that you can throw at people to slow them down. So I just think the East is really stacked now. So you really, really got to come with your game. Man, I mean, he's getting up there in age, so. We have to see. There's gonna be a little bit of luck.
It's over for James Harden, man. He's not winning the ring, bro. And I'm a James Harden fan, man. You're a great player, but with that attitude right now, and I don't believe like it's tough. It's tough, bro. It's tough.
Right. We set the runway for you, man. Now, go ahead and take off, Mike.
What's your take? Who won that trade?
I agree with y'all. I think Brooklyn, obviously, from getting better at every position. You get Ben Simmons, an all-class defender. One of the issues they had was guarding guards. Ja Morant. Guys would come in, light them up. Ben, he could stick someone. He could play the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So versatility, that's all great. But James Harden, over time you start to see the truth, and I think it's a reality we haven't accepted, bro. He started as a bench player. He came off the bench because he didn't have the intangibles to be a starter. He couldn't compete on the defensive end.
Right.
And as the game of basketball changed, scoring is more at a premium, he can now start. But Philly just went all in on a guy that has always kind of had a negative connotation about him. He can't finish a season. His hamstring falls apart. He's out of shape. He'd rather go to the strip club. Like, those aren't things that you want to hear about someone that's going to lead your team to a championship. And I think Daryl Morey is just stuck in 2018. I think he still believes that he has the mohawk and, You know, he's playing with Pat Bev, and he's the best scorer in the league. Don't get me wrong, Harden could get you some buckets, but in terms of a leadership, you are your best player.
Championship.
If you're Philly right now, I feel like this is the last draw. You know, if this doesn't work out, you have to either move on from Embiid. His window is closing. Doc Rivers is at a disservice. He's an A1 coach, but, you know, this is the make it or break it year. He signed the extension for next year, so you have it for a year and a half. But in my opinion, Harden will forever just be like a fringe, you know, superstar.
Like
He's in the Paul George kind of
Russell Westbrook
kind of tier. And it's hard because, you know, he's a great scorer. Don't get me wrong. He has his swag, like, you know, the play style. But the difference between him and the Stephs and the KDs is the rings.
They could take a team to a championship and win it. I definitely get that.
You know, LeBron took Jordan Clarkson, Rodney Hood, that roster. Harden has played with some really good players.
Yeah, I was listed as you stepped away.
You know,
you had Dwight.
You had Dwight.
Chris Paul. Yes. Russell Westbrook. KD. Kyrie. And now you got Embiid.
Yeah.
I mean, who's played with most superstars in that? Russell Westbrook?
Maybe LeBron, but the thing about LeBron is he wins. He doesn't do free agency. I'm just saying, like, to, you know, really call out the GM in Houston. Now it ended ugly. Then you get to Brooklyn, and it's kind of the same thing. You know, you kind of aren't on the same page with the organization. It's just not a good look. You don't want to break bread with someone like that, you know. And I feel like for Embiid, anything would have sufficed Ben. He was just tired of Ben, but I don't really know.
To touch on Philly about this trade, they could have just did this when James Harden was in Houston, in my opinion. Because I don't know, me personally, if I'm a GM, owner of a team, I'm not trading anybody in the same division as me. Because if I got to see you 4 times or 2 times a year, I'm not doing that. Nah. You kind of know what our schemes, you kind of know what we do. I'm sending you to Siberia, like I said. If I was Philly and Ben was acting up, see you in Sacramento, man. I would have shipped him to Sacramento somewhere far where I don't have to see him. And, you know, he caused any problem. But now, I mean, we don't know, like I said, if James Harden, if it doesn't work out, he leaves, it goes somewhere else after his year and a half. Philly still has to see Ben Simmons for the next 4 years.
4 times a year.
Yeah, but he's still locked in for the next 4 years on his contract. So you still have to see him.
You know, Brooklyn will have a nucleus of Kyrie, KD, and Ben Simmons.
That's what I'm saying.
I like.
Yeah, what are you doing with that? That's tough. Because now
that's tough on Tuesday, man.
Now the shots are more divided. Like, it's back to how it used to be, and I feel like that was always the biggest problem. They played 16 games together. Yes, they were successful, but in the long run, who's gonna take that final shot? Right. Is Harden okay with deferring? And to the point that he was deferring so much that he lost confidence in his shot. He lost confidence in his moves. And as an elite player, you know, LeBron could adjust to play with anybody. You have to just know, you know. And Harden doesn't have. I feel like he just. It's either I have all my shots or I just give y'all all the shots. You have to know how to pick and choose. And Embiid is going to be tricky, bro, because Embiid needs his touches.
That's a ball dominant. That's a ball dominant player. So
just noted on it. That's one option that they may face later on, and it's going to be
definitely.
It's just the shit. So
to me, it's about the long term. So we'll see. Eventually, we're going to touch back on this trade a couple years from now. You know, who actually benefited from this.
Right.
So like I said, KD and Ben Simmons is locked in for the next 4 years. And James Harden's going to be there 1 more year. And we just got to see if that actually works out. Another trade that happened throughout during the deadline, CJ got sent over to the Pelicans for a couple guys, Josh Hart and a couple guys.
Damn, that was a shocker.
Yeah, that was.
That was a shocker.
And you know, Portland also traded Norman Powell and Robert Covington to LA. What do you guys see from? I think the Portland's in full rebuild right now, right?
And it seemed that they went online with Dame, right?
Yeah, but he's out for the season. So
I mean, I'm talking about what in the future.
In the future, I mean, y'all know where I stand on that. We already recorded those episodes. I definitely would have traded it.
So I have a question. Do y'all think in the future that they're moving on from Dame? They got rid of McCollum. They got rid of some pieces. Do you think that when he comes back healthy, they're like, all right, bro, let's sit down. We getting you out of here for some pieces, some valuable pieces, maybe another superstar, and move on.
Yeah, I know where I stand. If he doesn't take a team-friendly contract, they cannot afford to keep him, bro.
Yeah.
Like it's like big market teams like LA, New York, a couple teams in Texas, you know, Miami a little bit. Some players you cannot afford to keep them on the roster, bro. It's just they will basically, you know, it'll be hard to keep other players around. So, I think he's going for another Supermax. How can you afford him, bro?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. If I were them, I would have traded him with the quickness. Like, I know they traded CJ because you can't afford him either, but I see right now your guy, Anthony Simons, is a future. Like, he's a future. Right now, his contract is friendly. He's playing well. That's the direction you got to go. And the small market team, like, I mean, I guess we've seen what they did with Giannis. And did Giannis Giannis did the Supermax. And, you know, eventually he ended up winning. But he's a tall forward.
Mm-hmm.
There's not that many, you know, not that many small guards that could take a team to the NBA Finals and win it by himself. There's not that many. Now, and me personally, nothing against him, but I just don't think he could do that. So.
Yeah, no, they're definitely moving on for Dame. I think it's, like I said, Portland is a small market. The best nucleus they had was Wes Matthews, him, Aldridge.
Mm-hmm.
And to be honest, Dame bit off more than he could chew. You know, he honestly could have requested out like anybody else.
Right.
But he decided to stay with CJ. Them parting with CJ was just the beginning of the end. You know what I mean? And yeah, he's not gonna win there, bro.
Now, did y'all see that video with Dame? I don't know if it was a recent one or I don't know, like, but I saw on Twitter that Dame was talking to Bron, talking about make that call. Now, do you see that happening in the future where LeBron want to team up with Dame later and create that big nucleus with him and
I mean, I already seen the tampering years ago when LeBron James, I forgot what team he was on, probably when he was in Cleveland, he was like, you give me Dame, I'll show you how good of a player he was. So I already know LeBron was recruiting on the low. The tampering was already there. And Dame is from California. So I think he's from Oakland.
Yeah.
Oakland.
So, I mean, a lot of these guys want to go home, but we got a guy that's already home right now and it's not working out too well. We got three guys. The Clippers, we got two guys that went back home and didn't pan out so well. Injuries and they didn't complete their goals. We got another guy with the Lakers who went back home and it's a bit of an atrocity.
Are you not talking about Kemba?
Yeah, I'm sorry, number 4 guy. We got Kemba coming back home and it's not well.
That's just a decline.
Yeah. So we got
sad decline.
Kawhi and PG going back home. They've been hurt. I'm gonna give them that. We got Westbrook coming back home. Like I said, the atrocity. And same thing with the Knicks coming back home. I don't think it's if you don't come back home early, it's not worth it. You know, come back late. You can't be. Not everybody's LeBron. You can't go back home and win a chip.
That's what they think they are. It's like, oh, Bron did it, I could do it.
Nah, Bron different.
He's a GM though. The GM.
He's the worst GM.
Bron different.
So, all right, now that we're here, LA.
Oh,
I mean, it's a tired storyline, right? I'm just as tired as y'all of this. You know,
I'm tired of talking about it. Didn't JJ say this?
You know, no, it's disappointed in me.
Can we talk about basketball? Stop talking about this, please.
What disappointed me is that I said this earlier, and y'all were talking about I was looking crazy.
Nah,
I listened to recording earlier. I remember in the beginning of the season, I said this would not work.
I try to give Westbrook the benefit of the doubt. Just the caliber player that he is, he just did not show up. And it's disappointing.
It's very disappointing.
It's like, come on, Westbrook.
But it's also like it doesn't really fall on him. It's just the culture. The culture is rotten.
The team is poorly constructed.
Well, the culture is rotten, bro.
The team was just poorly
I would say,
constructed.
regardless of all of that, at the
It's
end
not a
of the
good
day,
culture, bro.
man, it's basketball, man.
Yeah, but I get that, bro. But I think it's a mesh, bro. I think
Yes.
the older your veterans get, you gotta mesh that with youth at the same time. And perfect example is that it was happening in Golden State. Their players are getting old, but they have a good balance of youth players, and you see that flourishing. Same thing with Phoenix. I mean, they only got one old player, right? Technically. But Jay
Crowder is a vet as well.
You see, you have to blend that mesh, I believe, of veterans and youth, and you're going to get success, I believe.
LA is just disappointing because it's we're seeing one of the best players not decline, actually take a step up. But he's not getting the necessary help around him, and that's on every forefront. That's players, that's GMs, everybody. No one is really stepping up to help him, and we're watching it. It's embarrassing, bro. I think I was talking to you the other day on the phone. I haven't seen LeBron playing a blowout. Like to see like Milwaukee up like 93 to 68, and LeBron like just playing. It's just like damn.
Yeah, he was just chucking shots.
Yeah, bro. And then the loss to Portland following that, I told
back-to-back night.
DC, I told Ali Frank Vogel should be fired.
No,
I don't care, bro. There's no excuse.
AD didn't show up. Like I texted to you.
Care, bro.
AD, if you check that week before, AD beat them by himself. He had 30 and 17. I thought there was going to be another, all right, we lost to Milwaukee. Bro. We're going to scrape these guys. They pulled up and laid a dub. He had 17.
I think he should get fired.
No, it's not him.
I don't blame him. To get fired.
I do not blame him.
That's an interesting take over there.
Yeah,
Mike.
bro.
Because how do you
Interesting.
lose to the Blazers?
Yeah,
With no C.J. McCollum and no Damian Lillard.
Yes, and we beat them early in that same week with one player. LeBron was here.
But the one root of all your problems didn't even suit up.
That's like at the end of the day, we're not talking about
Like
the
if
Lakers.
Westbrook played that game and they lost to the Blazers, I think there would be pitchforks outside of Westbrook's house. Like
Yeah, at this point, man, it's all dysfunction with the Lakers, man.
I don't want to go controversial out here, but I'm gonna just do
is
it.
Carmelo that big of a piece? Like
No.
yeah,
What's up? He's hurt.
Yes, he got a hamstring injury. I don't want to be controversial here, but I don't think as much as great as he is, we don't. I know he's been critiqued about his game, but we don't talk about how his demands affect teams long term. And what I mean by that, and who I'm talking about,
Oh my God.
bro, the way LeBron loves to play with vets, to me, that's a 1 year thing. That's only gonna last 1 year. It's not long term. Granted, they do get a championship in that short term, window, but after that, long term down the line,
Because it's him. That's
it's
why.
it, yeah. But he has to, if it's even him, if it's even, I know GMs check with him to see if it's okay, but you got to meet me halfway here. Like, you want to prolong your career, you want to win chips, mix some youth. If we talk about Jordan, I believe during those times they mix some
So
youth
he
in
can
there.
coach.
You
Yeah.
have to do that, bro. I just believe that. So,
So
when they gutted that whole roster to get rid of all their draft picks and their youth, how you gonna win, bro?
So then I'll ask you this: of the young core players that they got rid of, who do you think deserve a chance to at least stay?
Lonzo. I can say probably Bi because he doesn't really get controversial. He doesn't care about what fans are saying. I want to say Julius, but like I said, he couldn't handle what's going on in New York right now.
I agree with Lonzo and Bi.
Yeah, and I would have kept Josh Hart. You need an energy guy that's gonna play defense and take some guys out. Like,
So y'all gonna die, but I would have kept Kuzma.
yeah,
Absolutely.
I think he was certainly under the scope, similar to how Westbrook kind of got that heat because he was looked at as the third piece.
scapegoats, bro.
He handled it gracefully. He still played hard every night. If he shot 7 threes, you know what I'm saying?
That
He's
was
still
it.
shooting. He still has the confidence to shoot the basketball. That's all you could ask for a player that's 25, 26 years old.
And add to that, he has so much room to grow.
Exactly.
That's what I'm saying about LeBron and his
And he was a
demands.
good role player. Josh Hart would be a great role player right
You
now.
got
I would
him.
take Josh Hart over Kent Bazemore. I would take Josh Hart over.
I said this point to you many times. I would have took
Absolutely.
Wiggins.
Bum-ass fucking
I would have took Wiggins when they drafted him over trading Kevin Love because LeBron could
Yeah,
keep
he
him
ended
in
up
that.
winning a championship with that team.
Yeah,
They made multiple
one.
final. No, but they made multiple.
And they won
appearances.
one.
Bro, come on. You already know. Kyrie need doesn't blow out.
Shoulda, coulda, woulda. But if you had some young
I
guys in there,
understand that. I understand
you
that.
had some young guys in there, it probably could have been a different
You
story.
got to mix the youth. Yeah, I mean, I would say when Kendrick Nunn comes back, I'm not saying he's going to push them over the top, but he is going to play a big because he's the reason why they didn't bring back Dennis. If you think about it,
Mhm.
they had the exemption. They either had to choose between him or Dennis Schroeder.
Man, what's the timeline for him though? Because
Who?
I feel like he been out.
Bruh, his
He's an all
goal
year.
moves, he had a setback, but all I'm saying is, I could see. I know I'm gonna sound very optimistic, but I can see a 3-game win streak with Kendrick Nunn just to have like a new player to handle the basketball.
I mean-
Because that's the problem, bro. There's no culture, like nobody's hyped to play. They don't have any, like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I mean, would you
And
say
if he wants a
Rondo?
bucket, he can get that bucket.
Who?
Yes.
Kendrick Nunn?
yeah,
Yeah,
and
I
he can shoot.
Yeah, I mean, would you say before when Rondo left, what was his comments when he left the Lakers?
Oh, so he said when he joined Cleveland's locker room, it's good to be in the locker room with guys that care about basketball and want to win. Like, it's just too much, me in LA. And don't get me wrong, Malik Monk is having a great year.
Oh, yeah.
I'm happy that he's performing on a national.
You see, when you have a young guy, the league is
Yes.
a young guy.
Horton Tucker, we need to scale that
Regress.
all the way
He just-
back.
he just
And,
regresses a
and
little.
again, bro, it's all about reality checks. Like, yes, you slipped to the second round, but for a reason. I'm not trying to discredit who you are as a player. You have great talent, but you got drafted in the second round for a reason, bro. Austin Reeves, you were undrafted for a reason. Like, you can't. The young players that they have, they're not even capable of.
They're not there yet. That's
Yeah.
why I would have stuck somehow, some way. You got to do some salary gymnastics, and you got to finesse New
Yeah.
Orleans. But I would have kept some type of young guys
Yes.
before I
Well, you
trade.
keep one of the guys you drafted in the top 30.
At least. At
You
least.
got rid of Hart, like you said, he was 27. Kuzma in the 20s, B.I., lottery, Randall, lottery, Lonzo was the third pick, second pick.
Who's shooting 40% from three from now? You tell me LeBron
Yes.
wanted him to love,
Even
I'm driving and kick out?
Caruso, which
Y'all had a
in my
chance,
head-
and he took his chance. He said, I'll give y'all less, I'll take less
took
money.
less to come back, and they said no.
So,
So that's tough.
Yeah.
But you're paying for that now when you're 4 games under 500 in the 9th seed.
yeah, but the problem is, though, y'all window is shrinking because that guy has, maybe 2 years left?
Yeah.
I know he wants to play with his son, but that's in 3 years.
Right.
And what type of player is going to be at that point? The injuries are probably going to mount up too. I know he takes care of his body,
Yeah.
but at the end of the day, father time.
I mean, it's still fantastic to see at this age.
Yeah, and 100%. He's a prime. He's one of the GOATs.
But yeah, bro. I mean, LA stand firm for a reason, I guess. They see something that we don't see.
All right, and that, yes, we're going to find out sooner or later. But that ties into, right now, they're playing team, nice seed. They're trying to figure it out.
To survive.
Just survive. But this ties into our next segment. What teams, I got 4 teams listed here that I felt should have made a move during the trade deadline.
All right, let's hear it.
I got the Bulls, Lakers, Knicks, and Detroit.
Your Bulls.
Tell me about
your
the
Bulls.
Knicks.
Your Bulls seem fine. Nah.
We
What if
want,
the Knicks
I'm
should've-
going to go with Detroit. I'm going to go worst to the best team.
Please.
Okay.
I'm going to start with Detroit. Reason being, we heard all year, Jeremy Grant. He didn't go anywhere.
Mhm.
He didn't,
Because reality check, bro. Reality check.
I mean, he got hurt. He did get hurt. So.
Yes, but realistically speaking, if you're Detroit, what are you hoping to accomplish to get?
Get more draft picks.
Yes.
They're building for the future.
Maybe one young, decent players. They got Marvin Bagley,
That was a good pickup.
but he's kind of like damaged goods a little bit because he has injury problems. So for Jeremy Grant, I would have broke bread with at least Golden State. Give me Jordan Poole. Give me someone that could, when they check in and wear a jersey for me, they could give me some
definitely.
points, facilitate. That's all I'm really asking for at this point because I already have Cade Cunningham. I have 1A. I have Sadiq Bey, who's a good wing player.
They got
You know what
Hamid
I'm saying?
Diallo.
Athleticism. You need that. DC Man's Corey Joseph, gotta go. Just
Yeah.
have to go. You gotta give me something. So
He
I
has
feel like their
retired,
expectations were
not
too
go.
damn high to begin with.
My man looked like he got picked up from Dyke.
Too damn high.
Come on, son. That river thing.
Yeah, so I'm surprised Detroit didn't make a move. I would have made a move out with them just to kind of build for the future because you still got to pay Jeremy Grant. He's making the most money on that team, and y'all not going nowhere. One of the worst teams
Bro,
in the
be the
league.
best player in Detroit. Look at that. Andre Drummond, Blake Griffin.
Yeah, but
It's
now
not a huge accomplishment. It's no offense to
No.
you, but
I like Cade though. I think he's going to lead
yes,
them right
yes.
in the
No,
future.
the number one pick for a reason, yes.
Mhm.
But I'm saying though, look at like Gilgeous Alexander. Like I wouldn't put him in the same level as Jeremy Grant. I think
Right.
he's above Jeremy Grant.
100%. He
Yeah,
can't stay healthy. That's his problem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He can't stay. All right. Next, second worst team. Dylan, your New York
There we
Knicks.
go.
Definitely should have made a move. I would have shipped Randall. Sacramento. I don't. Yo, y'all keep playing. I'm telling you, I'm gonna be on the
Alright,
team
I'll take
too.
it.
Hey, y'all saw that video I sent y'all, right? With
Yes.
Randall, getting into it with the assistant coach.
Assistant coach.
Trying to,
I told y'all he wanted to get traded. He was telling them, "Get me out of here." I would have shipped him to Sacramento for at least Fox or Halliburton and something else, and then we build for the future. RJ is this team's future. I'm telling you this right
yeah,
now.
actually
Ding,
watched the
ding,
Knicks.
ding.
Yeah.
RJ Barrett is taking this team.
Hugh Mike's take
Places.
last year or years ago.
Whatever, bro.
I kept telling you. He stirs the drink.
Yes.
I got a hot take though.
Go ahead.
Front office should have made a different move. They should have fired that Thibodeau. Get him out of here, please.
Fire
Bro.
Tibbs.
Bro, it's just okay, Ali. I know you followed Thibodeau, the Bulls, DC. I'm gonna give you some clarity. All right. When Tom Thibodeau went to Minnesota,
Mhm.
he brought in Derrick Rose
Chicago
and
Bulls.
Taj Gibson.
He bought the Bulls, bro.
And mind you, this is Derrick Rose, like early 30s,
Yeah,
maybe
I
late
remember
20s.
that. I remember
Taj
that.
is in his mid 30s. Cool. Okay, we have a young team we're
They
developing.
didn't have Jimmy though, too, right?
Yes, you have Jimmy Butler. Years later down the line, Tom Thibodeau gets a seat as the coach of the New York Knicks. Guess who he brings in, DC? Derrick Rose
Derrick
and
Rose.
Taj Gibson. Taj Gibson, New York City legend. Respect for you, brother. You did your thing. You about 38 years old now. 39 years old. Playing pick and roll defense. When you have a young Nerlens Noel. Mitchell Robinson, who could get you 20-20 any night. Obi Toppin, electrifying. They're losing minutes to Taj Gibson. So you have all these young forwards that could jump out the gym, Jericho Sims, and they're losing minutes to a 37-year-old from
I
Brooklyn.
honestly didn't even know he was still playing.
Yes.
So this is frequent. You messed up in Minnesota. You had Jimmy Butler, you had Karl Towns, you had Andrew Wiggins, all on one team.
To add on to your hot take, that's always been my issue with Tom Thibodeau. He's a great defensive coach. He gets a lot of effort out of his players, but my thing is that he hasn't learned since D Rose ACL injury with Chicago.
Yes.
What I mean by that is that you got to learn how to stack the minutes between the bench and the starting lineup. What I mean by that, D Rose should never been in that game when he tore his ACL.
No.
They were blowing him out.
Why is nobody in his camp telling him this?
Who? Hey, he's the head coach. He's running the show.
He's an old school.
He's
man,
running the show. So
I
I mean, the only way you can learn is getting fired. So I wouldn't. I mean, he hasn't learned.
Bench Kemba to start the year, which was just
Debacle.
that was a sign for me. But
You can use this picture for
I
now.
think that was a bad move.
Sorry, sidetrack.
yeah, bro.
Please don't. Please don't. Oh, please don't. No, I hate that.
Dude, you look like a
Old man.
Buffalo Dollar.
Exactly. I hate
Church
that.
man.
No, I hate that.
Great picture,
No, I
right
hate
there,
that.
man.
Bro, look
Come
like
on,
you
bro.
about to collect donations.
Yes. Exactly. Exactly. So that's we went on a quick tangent, but
New York, what moves, right? Move Kemba.
I would have moved with Julius.
You said Fournier too, right?
Yeah, I mean,
I heard Fournier. People are saying they should have moved him.
the thing about this, they pay him. That's right. They give him $7-8 million for the next 3 to 4 years.
He's a knockdown shooter though, bro.
I'll keep him with RJ. I would have traded Julius.
Because
you
you
got-
got deal I would have made.
you-
I'll tell you what deal I would have made.
What deal you would have made?
You ready for this, Dylan? Dame Dollar comes to New York. I would have
He's
gave
gutting the whole roster of them.
Julius Randle, RJ Barrett, quickly and Toppin. Just take it all. Take my 2 draft picks from before that. All right, quickly. You suspect. No way. Toppin, athleticism, great. Randle, I don't even have to explain. And then RJ,
I wish
take
I
it.
could see my head as he's this
Give
man is
me
talking.
Dame, give me Dame, and give me like
My head is going sideways.
give me
East
Dame
west.
and like Macklemore and Simons, like
Bro,
some
you're
players.
looking too short term, bro.
How are we looking short term?
Absolutely.
Dame is 30 plus, bro.
Absolutely
It doesn't
not.
matter.
Yes, it
Who is
does.
the starting point guard for the Knicks now, bro? Alec Burke?
No, it's like Kimba and Quickly and then Alec Burke.
No, that's what I'm saying. There's no combinations here, bro. You already have D Rose and Dame. You have
That's what I'm
2
saying.
of the top point guards from the past generation.
I would have traded.
Why would you say no to that?
I would have
bro?
traded Julius for either Fox or Halliburton. Obviously, Halliburton was on the
No,
move.
bro, you don't want that, bro. Look what he got traded to for Indiana. Fucking Jeremy Lamb.
Exactly.
He has no value.
Exactly. I would have got a young guy. Bro, bro, I'm building for the future. I don't care about right now. Dame is, he's in
Bro,
his, he's
you
in what?
need-
He's going out of his
you
prime at this point,
need-
right?
Yeah, he's slowly getting there.
Bro, he,
Slowly.
Bro, this is his first injury in forever.
exactly. That means you're getting older.
Players come back, bro. Steph sat out all of last year with a shoulder injury.
That
bro.
team checked it in. I mean, I don't think Warriors and Portland's a good comparison.
No, but I'm saying is like a point guard in his early 30s. You could get hurt and come back, bro.
Yeah,
Clay
but-
didn't play for 2 years, bro.
But that franchise, they took. You saw they got guys
I'm
in the
not
draft.
saying the franchise, bro. I'm saying as a player, you could step away from the game for
Right.
a year or two and come back and be just as nice.
But we're gonna be in the same situation. What I see when you say that, we're gonna be in the same situation with Carmelo. It's gonna be that one guy.
No,
We're gonna be that
no,
one guy.
bro. He could get
Yeah.
pieces to come, bro. And think about it. You finally get a player that's not afraid to take the big shot. All these clutch games we watch, Julius Randle folds at the free throw line.
Ah, that's
RJ Barrett folds at the free throw. You need someone that's like, yo, I'm taking a shot, make a miss. Y'all paying me the money. I'm gonna make that bitch majority of the time.
I mean, I agree with that.
You need that, and Dame is that, bro.
I see what you're talking about, Mike.
I'm not
I
gutting my
like
future.
it.
And I'm not
It's
saying
been-
I'm not putting it all on him. He could bring people with him, bro.
I'm not gutting my future.
That is definitely going to remind me of
Not on
Carmelo.
Dame.
No.
Yeah.
But with the team,
Dylan,
I
you're
got
a
him.
Knicks fan.
I like the
Yeah,
tape. I like this tape.
If
like
I
this
got
tape.
him
It's
maybe
gonna be
them
the
2 or
same
3
thing
years
as
ago,
Melo.
yes. But I'm not gutting my future, bro. The Lakers, LeBron is a perfect example of what happens when you gut your future, bro. You get one. You just get one. I don't want one. I want a
Bro,
lot.
It's fine.
No, it's not.
All right, so
Circle on the
you saying
point.
with Barrett and Randall there too. I mean,
No, I'm getting Julius is out. I'm just trading Julius.
Oh.
Like,
Bro,
you don't want to be here.
both of
See you
them.
later.
Both of them.
But
See you
all
later.
right, so you
I know it's gonna.
you
RJ
get
is
Dame.
gonna hurt.
You get Dame. Who you think Dame gonna recruit?
He wants him to recruit.
Damn, he could recruit
Who?
anybody, bro.
Who?
Whoever he's cool with.
You know what's bothering me?
LaMarcus Aldridge.
You know what's
You
bothering
know,
me?
you get somebody nice,
Bro, what?
Bro, you could get
No.
he could get Aldridge off the bench on a vet minimum.
I don't
right?
want
let me
that.
let me paint this for
Okay,
you.
go
Let me
ahead.
paint this for you. You
Go
get a
ahead.
vet minimum Aldridge. Yo, Brad was good, bro. Yeah, you in DC, right? 3 hours away. Come on up, Bradley Beal. You get Damian Lillard, Bradley Beal. You still get to keep Mitchell Robinson. You still have a 5. That's it. That's all you need.
You're trading Mitch
That's
Robinson
all
for
you
Bradley.
need. No. You hold on to Mitchell Robinson.
Okay.
Because you need that. You got Giannis, you got tall motherfuckers in the East. You got to defend the paint. But yo, Brad was good. I get LaMarcus Aldridge on a vet minimum. You know what I'm saying? Then I get someone like Will Barton. Yo, Will, what's up in Denver? I know you're doing all right. Come pull up, come play. It's going to be like back in Portland. Bro, you could build
So we
pieces.
getting the Portland Trailblazers on the
On
fucking
the
New York
East.
Knicks.
Yes.
Absolutely not.
The
man.
Portland, the New York
Yes.
Trailblazers.
And then CJ will come too.
But
Bro.
let me tell you what team I want though. Let me tell you what team I want.
He gonna sell you
I
on
want
Oak Hill.
the New York Blue
He want
Devils.
Mikey Williams.
We're gonna trade. we're gonna send Julius to Sacramento.
Mm.
We're gonna build it on RJ. We already got Cam Reddish there, right?
Yes.
And those two guys
You
play
have to
with
keep
who?
Cam Reddish for my version.
No, those two guys.
You got Dame Bradville, Cam Reddish, and
Yeah.
Mitchell.
But how you gonna? Those two guys play with who in college? That man Zion Williamson, who's having a lot of problem in New Orleans.
Bro, there's too
So-
many places to eat in New York, bro. We're
So-
not gonna take that risk again.
Alright then, but you also have two other guys, but you guys teammates. It's a better recruited class for Cam Reddish and RJ to say, yo, Zion, bro, this is our city, bro.
No.
Pull up.
Ali
We're gonna
is
do this.
And you don't think Zion's gonna jump?
And we
Gonna
got the
jump ship?
future. These are young
No.
guys,
He not
bro.
gonna jump shit? I would jump
Bro,
shit.
He's
you
the
would
next-
jump shit, but what do you expect?
then look,
You
look.
just traded a dude just like him.
But then,
But I'm.
He's not a knockdown shooter.
Who?
But then-
Zion Williams?
Yeah.
yeah, but we don't want that. He's in the paint. You got Cam and RJ outside. We see
Bro.
that it works. Then look, I got
Let
that
him
for
take that role because now Zion knows he don't have to take that.
I got that
Take
for
that
10
risk.
years. How long I got Dame?
Bro, you getting
Two,
the championship
three.
game.
Bro, it's not guaranteed.
This is all nice. You know what I'm saying? We have nice big threes when they're young. Zach LaVine, Andrew Wiggins, Carl Towns. You
This
finished
is-
10th in the West.
this
You're
is-
going to be fit, bro.
This is different.
You're going
bro.
to win a championship with RJ Barrett as your focal point now.
No. It's a three-headed
So then
snake.
Let him go
It's
to
a
Portland.
three-headed snake, bro.
Let him go to Portland.
No.
Live his best dreams.
Mhm.
Him and Randall. Then
Mhm.
they break up. It's just going to be like B.I. and Josh Hart, bro. You got to let these guys flourish. You're going to keep holding them back and selling them on this idea of New York
You
basketball.
think Randall and Barrett got a good relationship?
No, what I'm saying is like the same way that like the Lakers shipped all of those players and they went on to other teams to be the man. You need to do that, bro, because they're never gonna be the man in New York. It's never gonna work, bro.
Nah,
The
we
media
gotta-
is tough.
We don't give them enough time.
No, bro.
That's the thing. Not
No,
enough
bro.
time.
So
Watch-
are meant for the spotlight. Look at Randall.
yes,
And
that's
the
what I'm
same-
saying.
so
He's
my-
the guy I'm shipping out.
Okay, so question. All right, if your plan works, what if RJ regresses?
I mean, I got Cam, and I
No,
really
bro.
sleep on Cam, bro. I think I really sleep on Cam.
I like Cam Reddish.
He's
I like
really
Cam
a top.
Reddish too, but
he
I'm
was a
saying
top
though, bro,
20
in
pick.
New York, the way the media is set up, bro, you have one bad game,
Mhm.
they calling you out, they telling you what
But you
you're
didn't.
doing.
You didn't hear him when he got drafted by New York. He said, "I'm built for this. I'm built.
What is he supposed to say, bro?
Built different."
No, and
Bill.
again, I like RJ Barrett, but I need someone that's gonna want to take the shot right now. Not someone I gotta wait another 2 or 3 years
Hold on.
for another 2-3 years.
He don't take tough shots.
Hold on.
How many knockdown game winners?
Hold on, wasn't we here? Where was I when he hit
Bro.
that buzzer beat against the Celtics
Bro,
in the
he
Garden?
off the
Yeah.
grass.
Now it's
He
off the
made
glass.
it though.
Oh my
He
god.
made it though. It went
I've
in.
seen Randall hit game winners over Daniel Gafford. Do you think that changes my perception?
At the end of the day, he made it, right?
Yeah, he made
it's
the
a make
shot.
and miss league.
Dave could do that in his sleep, bro.
How many game winners you got? And you got.
I got
I
zero.
have someone in overtime.
I got
I
zero.
said the game to
And if I
overtime.
take him, I probably missed him. So
It's on YouTube actually. You can pull it up. I sent it to overtime, bro. Look, they don't know. They don't know. They don't. Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
do you want 5
Yo,
years?
DC, whatever about
Do you
that.
want maybe
Yo.
5 or 4 years, or do you want 10 years
Yeah.
if your team growing?
Yo.
No,
Anyways, man.
Because your team,
I
with Dame,
prefer longevity, man.
yeah, I'm telling this guy.
I'm not taking Dame. I love Dame. You already know the vibes.
Yeah.
Dame Dollar, drop a dime.
That's what I'm trying
Dropping
to say.
dimes out here.
This guy talking about he's old.
He want to go to LA, minute, right?
Bro, he played last year,
Yes.
and then
Alright.
he blew the layup and Harden requested a trade today. He blew the layup.
Right. All right. The reason I added the Bulls, DC, like in my opinion, at the end of the day, it's 2 guys in the East that we got to match up with. Like we got to give them some fits. In my opinion,
Giannis.
it's Giannis and
The
KD.
guy.
We got to give those guys. We got to find somebody that makes them uncomfortable at least. You know what I'm saying? Like
So
I need somebody their size.
who you were gunning for?
I would have went for PJ Washington, or I would have went for maybe
Ooh, bro, no.
Harold. Yo, the Hornets are 3-0 against the Bucks. All right, 3-0 when they see it.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah,
They
it does matter
playing
because
anyway.
the proof is in the pudding.
Bro,
the reason
we're
being
repeating.
we need more help in the front court. That's why I would have went that direction.
We gotta add a segment. Mike Bucks repeat. Because
We-
you already know who we got.
Yeah, I just lost to Phoenix. Phoenix is.
It don't matter. Help is on the way. Surge USA.
Hey, that's a good pickup though. The
Surge
Bucks,
Ibaka.
the Bucks did add
You know what I'm
Surge.
saying?
We
Still in there.
look, we could have added Surge.
He's on the Bucks
In my
now,
opinion.
bro. You got
Oh,
Giannis
yeah,
and
that's
Surge
I-
and Brook
that's
Lopez.
We need a Surge. That's what I'm saying. We need a
And Brook
Surge.
Lopez.
So the Bucks made some moves. I mean, I got with the Dante.
Giannis or AD, and it was a clip.
Yeah.
No, bro,
Ever since that first game, bro, earlier this year.
Bro, he had 28 at halftime on national television, and AD looked like wine and cheese.
That clip just
Barbecue chicken, bro.
Wine and cheese, bro.
What's going on with Anthony Davis?
Giannis is destroying people mentally, bro. James Harden, now AD.
Red wine and cheese. You go to LA, win a championship, you get married in the off season, your knee feel a little bad. I already got my ring, so I can just rest up a little bit. Who we playing tomorrow? Timberwolves? Oh, nah, we'll beat them. I'll just play better next game. Kendrick Nunn's still hurt. No. AD.
So you think he's just making a bunch of excuses? And
I think he needs to wake the hell up and realize, once again, like I said before, he is 28 years old.
What do you mean wake up?
LeBron James is 37 years old.
Why y'all acting like this is not who he is? Like, this is who he is.
He's frail.
Glass. Okay? Glass. He drops, he's going to break. He's going to be a crack.
But it's just, for LeBron, this is probably the worst.
Because
this is the worst supporting cast I think he's had.
Because he's the worst GM.
All right, so for Bron, right? Well, not for Bron. Just speaking Lakers. Do you think AD stays in LA?
Yeah, he's the future.
Or he?
LeBron's going to retire.
Invested in him.
What are you going to do? LeBron's going to retire probably the next 2 to 3 years. And you have him locked in.
Yeah, bro.
You invested AD?
Too late for them. They done.
If you the Lakers?
I mean, it just makes sense, bro. He's
Bron
the
moves
remaining piece from the championship. He's still, for what it's worth, he's a top 15, top 20 player. He could get you some bucks. He's not a complete scrub.
He's not.
I think LeBron in a guard is the perfect matchup.
Yeah, he needs a guard.
Yes. So instead of AD, I would have went to Dame early instead of going after AD.
No, AD worked because they got the championship. But
Right.
After that, though.
That's a LeBron need a guard.
Yes.
Yeah,
Him and Kyrie, him and
Westbrook.
him and Westbrook.
Westbrook was supposed to be that guard.
No, I'm talking about years ago.
Not a guard.
I'm talking about years ago.
He's a small forward.
Him and D Wade, you saw what happened. Him and Kyrie, you saw what happened. I just think they should have went in the guard direction. And I'm not gonna say it's the asterisk. I don't want to take away their championship, but if AD never got those 4 months off, we could be talking about a different story.
I would say, what you just said, Kyrie and D Wade. I just think championship game. Like when the going gets tough, I could rely on them to make a play on the defensive end, any side of the basketball. LeBron doesn't have that here. AD, like you said,
Glass.
He's fringe.
Not even that. It's also like he takes days off.
He's fringe. He's fringe.
Yeah.
But you said D Wade, Kyrie. I'm like, I'm thinking D Wade like 34 points, 8 rebounds.
I would have went to go get Dame
clutch
early.
shots.
That's a fact.
Kyrie, I'm thinking 50 ball. You know what I'm saying?
Him and LeBron had 40 both in the playoff game.
Exactly. And with AD, it's not a knock against him. That's just not who he is. Like you said,
Yeah.
he's more of like a 25 and 12.
Y'all keep winning. Y'all listen to
a
me.
complimentary piece.
I be trying to tell you. I be trying to help y'all out, man. This is who he is.
That's a good take, bro.
This is who he is, man.
Yeah.
This is. I mean, y'all acting like.
Because even in New Orleans, he had Drew Holiday.
Yes, they built decent teams around him, and they wanted him to take that team over the top, and unfortunately,
because Giannis with Drew Holiday.
You saw that 1 year. Giannis got Drew Holiday for 1 year.
Championship.
We done.
Championship.
So
different dog, man.
Definitely.
Different
dog.
And he had a young Rondo.
Like I said, I don't want to take nothing away from LeBron and AD, but if they probably would have got those 4 months off, we could be talking about something completely different.
Also, bro, like I feel like if Miami Braun had this AD, he could do it. But like this is the point of LeBron's career where he's just like
that was the best LeBron.
Yeah, like now it's like we're just taking it for granted. This is chill LeBron. Like 27 is chill for LeBron. And we take it for granted, but he just doesn't have to prove anything.
No, he doesn't.
Bro. Like,
it's all on AD to prove something. Can you win?
But AD is not ready for that responsibility.
I mean, LA's got to live with it, so.
Should have brought Dame in.
LeBron and the guard is the best combo, in my opinion.
Yeah, because
the best combo.
Who else could he pluck? He could try to pluck Bradley Beal.
He could have got Chris Paul early.
Yeah.
Him and Chris Paul would be deadly.
What?
That would be.
Could have got Chris Paul early.
Because Melo definitely would have pulled up.
Earlier.
He would have been there a year earlier.
And the thing about Chris Paul would have been setting him up beautifully.
All day. You don't even have to come up to
set the table,
bro. Get the ball to CP.
Chris Paul set the table for
that's
LeBron
mad
so
comfortable.
beautiful.
LeBron like, I got CP.
Right,
Get the ball to CP. That would have been.
Yeah, it's a lot of questions if you're Pelinka in that group.
Ain't no questions. I'm worried about my job. I'm worried about my job if I'm Pelinka.
Genie.
Yeah. I'm worried about my job. Magic Johnson looking right at the end of the day.
Right, he got up out of there beforehand.
All right, lastly, before we get out of here, man, if y'all haven't seen it, the NBA All-Star Draft was this week,
Oh yes.
and Team LeBron and Team KD will be going against each other in Cleveland. Let me name the rosters. All right. So let me go. Let me see. Team LeBron. The starters is Giannis, Steph, DeMar, LeBron himself, and Nikola Jokic. He has Jimmy Butler, Luka, Darius Garland, James Harden, Donovan Mitchell, Chris Paul, and Fred VanVleet. This is big on the bench. He got no bigs on the bench. Okay, I'm sorry.
I like that.
Durant has, unfortunately, he's not going to be playing because he's hurt. His starters will be Joel Embiid, John Morant, Jason Tatum, Andrew Wiggins, and Trae Young. He has LaMelo, Devin Booker, Rudy Gobert, Zach LaVine, Chris Middleton, Deontay Murray, Karl Anthony Towns, and Draymond Green, who's not playing.
Sounds like team light skin on that side, to me.
Who, KD?
Yeah.
KD got the hoopers on his team.
LeBron got no size. That bench, he has
He got
nobody.
the hoopers.
He has nobody. Who's the biggest guy coming off the bench for LeBron? Luka? Yeah.
Well, he got the Joker starting though, right?
Yeah. So he has.
So they're going to positionless basketball.
Yeah, they're going to position. But I mean, Team LeBron has won the last 3 years. Of the
Yeah,
All-Star game.
LeBron, baby. So which one of those guys on his team is going to end up in LA?
Exactly. But that's what I'm saying.
That's what we gotta
That's if you
think.
can get a superstar starting
I
five.
think who's going to be it? Because remember, he gave AD that handshake like, see you in a couple years, Brody.
Nah, I think he's just trying to sweet talk Steph so he can try to go to
Steph
Golden
going to
State.
Golden State.
No, I'm talking about LeBron coming to Golden State.
No, that was
That's
just
not happening.
hell disgusting.
Why not?
He not-
LeBron in a Warriors jersey would not look right.
He's regretting not recruiting DeMar DeRozan. Yeah, that's looking real bad right now. DeMar DeRozan wanted to be in LA. I don't know if y'all knew that.
Oh yeah.
but
Wanted
he
to be in
chose
LA.
Westbrook,
Yeah.
Now he dropping 30 on your
and he
head.
chose the Ninja Turtle. No.
I think he'll probably go after. Like him and Jimmy always gonna go at each other.
Yo, no lie, KD team would be nice if he was playing. It's no offense to the
Yeah.
guys, but like if he and Draymond were playing on that team with Ja, you said Ja, right?
John Morant,
And Trey.
it's Ja, Trey,
Oh my
Wiggins,
goodness.
and Jason Tatum,
So you
and
replace,
Embiid. Sorry.
replace Wiggins with KD in that starting five.
Well, Jason Tatum technically came up the
Okay,
bench.
so yeah, but Wiggins can't. Oh, he has
He's
to
a
start.
starter. He's a starter.
All right, play 2 minutes, nigga. Me like KD played with Tatum,
Tatum not a starter.
Tatum, nah, he's a reserve.
Oh,
He's
Bro.
only being a starter because KD's not playing.
gotcha.
and LeBron got a good squad too.
No bigs though.
You got Giannis.
Giannis and Jokic, and that's it.
I'll take Bron. Bron's team. Come on.
LeBron team gonna get that dub though.
Giannis.
He's a better on the two, so I definitely got the over. They definitely going over.
Oh yeah, facts.
That's easy money right there. Well, who y'all got winning, man? Team Braun or Team Durant?
It's gonna be Team Bron.
Team
man.
Bron.
We're
Oh,
gonna see. He's gonna last
It's
3
funny
years.
though, cause KD stole Ja from LeBron.
Yes,
He was like, I was gonna pick Ja.
but KD wanted Darius and LeBron took that.
Cause that's his guy.
Yeah.
Clutch Sports.
Yeah, no, definitely. I forgot about that.
Yo, big weekend for Clutch Sports though. Cause Rich Paul said it. I'm gonna get my man's in a place where he wanna play, and I gotta give him credit. Got him in Brooklyn.
Definitely does.
Got
So,
him in Brooklyn. Pat
we also-
Mills too.
We also got to talk about the Messi stuff too. At the end of that draft, you know, we saw James Harden was the last pick.
Deservingly so.
We're gonna see him play. That's gonna be interesting.
Bro, quick question though. How do you think people perceive Harden now? Like, does he get respect in those All-Star locker rooms, or is it like, damn, he played with you this year, then he played with you 6 years ago, and then he was,
As you can see,
you know?
on national television, how
They
they,
gonna-
was joking.
They're gonna joke about his loyalty.
They gonna they gonna joke. They gonna.
and that's what I'm saying. And like,
I forgot to mention Chris Paul. I'm so
I
sorry.
was gonna say the narrative, and it's crazy that you mentioned Chris Paul. The narrative was that Chris Paul was like the guy that was polarized in Houston, or Chris Paul is he goes from Houston to OKC and then goes to Phoenix,
Mhm.
but he took Phoenix to the final.
He was one hamstring away
Sorry.
Final.
from taking, you know, the Rockets.
So he obviously showed that it was him. So yeah, man, I think it's hard because Harden, like you said, he's one of the more likable players, but definitely got to look at him differently following
No,
this.
definitely. I mean, like I said, we discussed it a little bit earlier. The long term, what's gonna happen?
Because like I know guys probably like, damn, like man, All-Star, like,
Right. You're gonna be on my team for now. Then you're gonna leave when something bad happens. But we're gonna end it on that note, man. Tomorrow's gonna be a good day. Also, before I leave though, the big UFC fight tonight. Adesanya versus Whittaker, part 2 for the middleweight. I don't know if y'all keep up with UFC. It's supposed to be pretty good.
I have not.
Tonight,
Oh,
bro.
the style bender. Right?
Stylebender, bro.
Stylebender?
It's nasty, bro.
He's gonna do it to Whittaker.
Yeah, he already knocked out Whittaker the first time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's just probably gonna pick him apart. But
I sign your money line.
Another-
Lock it in.
knock it in.
Another bag secured.
That's it.
That's it.
Fellas, man. Dylan, thanks
Yo.
for joining us.
Yes, sir.
Tomorrow, I cannot wait. Dylan, you was here. You
I
with
can't
us
wait.
this-
Hey, we heard the
We got
beginning.
the
Like I
recording,
told you
bro.
last time, I'm gonna call. What? Actually, if you come,
He's gonna be there.
I'm gonna call you when it happens. I'll be
Yeah,
like, yo,
yeah.
yeah, Odell just had his third touchdown, bro. Yeah,
Dylan.
they sick.
Dylan, he's gonna call it. Y'all gonna be in the same place. But
It's cool. It's cool.
but no,
smacked, bro.
this
Chill.
is lit. This is lit. This is lit. Another episode going up on YouTube
Facts.
soon.
We building. We building.
Definitely.
Sir.
Visuals coming soon as well. Tune in. Let us know what we can do better, of course.
We
Yeah,
here
give
for
us some feedback.
we here to stay, man.
Definitely. Thanks for giving a listen. We'll see y'all next week.
Facts. We out of here.
Deuce.
Peace.